Coming at you with two daughters, Cockstrong, and I'm going to try smoking it out of the Cobbit and see if any of the flavor may change, if the strength might change and everything. Because when I noticed last time when I was chooching on this and I done an official video on it, I noticed that the flavor kind of changed to a light flavor when I kind of loosened up the tobacco a little bit. So I'm going to try smoking it out of something different just to see how it will do. And somewhere around here, somewhere, I have got a lighter, and I'm always half prepared when I do these things. Not that I mean to be half prepared, but it just happens that way. And then I'll wind up with a lot of dead air, and I don't like that neither. I've been trying to change that up a little bit, but here it is. Well, I can pick it up. Ta-da! My handy dandy hippy trippy dippy lighter. Yeah! Hope everybody's having an exciting day out there. I hope everybody's having a great, wonderful day. Let me know in the comment section below how your day's doing. I hope that somehow or another out there in this world today that I'm making a positive impact on somebody today. I really do. Anyways, I'm gonna load her up and see how she do. I just like to give a little shout out Corey the Corncob Piper. If you ain't checked out his new channel, go to his newest video he put up for the Corncob Piper channel. He put a link in the description box below it to his new channel, and I think y'all will like it. Show him some love and support on his new channel, everybody. Because I don't know about y'all, but I know he's impacted my life, and I just like to show the man a lot of support. Without him and for his contribution to the YTPC and generosity and everything, I would not know or be able to experience what I have experienced with these fine blends of tobacco that I've been chooching on, as far as these straight non-aromatics, or experiencing that. As you can see, I got it loaded and ready. On the dry draw, still getting that heavily tea taste. I love it. Has a beautiful like tea smell. It's beautiful and out of this world. Most generally, I don't normally do this, but for this pipe, I'm going to, just to be sure that I'm going to tamp it down just slightly and gently, because I ain't too for sure if I got it packed in or good enough or not. I just gave it a little bit of a snug tamp, and as you can see, it's still springy. Here we go. Well, without the filter in there, you really taste a strong flavor at first. I think this tobacco is just all on how you pack it in your bowl. Because in this pipe, I'm tasting more of like that tea flavor. And I think it just depends on the pipe. Tasting a lot of that strong tea flavor. Well, there's the char light. Temper it down just a little bit. I know it looks like I'm tempering it down heavily, but I'm just letting the weight of the tamper do the job because, see? Even on the retrohale, through this, I still get a little bit of that strong, like, iced tea, kind of like Louisiana brewed iced tea taste. And I'm still having trouble keeping this thing lit. So, after I pick up my lighter that I seem to constantly want to drop, I must have still got it packed down too tight. This is like a temperamental tobacco, I think. That or I just don't know how to smoke it. One of the two. Now I'm going to loosen her up just a hair. I'm not even going to worry about repacking my middle. I'm just going to light it and see where she goes. Oh yeah. That helped out a little bit. I do know you can't let this tobacco kind of sit. You can tell that you got some burley in there. Kind of got, I ain't too sure if there's like a lot of kitty in it or not, but it's burning pretty good, white ash. Kind of burnt the sinuses a little bit. I tried to do a retrohale again, but you know that feeling like whenever you're drinking pop and you kind of belch and you put kind of like let it come out your nose, you know, it's kind of like one of those feelings. But no, not to do that again. I will say I think this blend does pretty good in anything that's close to a church warden. I would recommend smoking it out of a church warden if you got a church warden, or if you got a Cobbett. And you might be asking yourself, why haven't I tried this blend out of any of my other pipes? Well, most of my other pipes I've heavily smoked aromatics in. And it's not that I don't mind mixing it up once in a while, but Cobbs don't ghost. Or at least none of mine have. Awesome pipe, brother. Hope your day is going well. Well, thank you, Derek Pipes and Cigars. By the way, if nobody ain't checked that fella out, go check him out. That's right. Anybody that makes a comment today, I'm going to give you a shout out and tell everybody to go check you out. Along with this beautiful blend that I'm chooching on, I am drinking some good old-fashioned Folgers coffee with a little brown sugar and some milk. And it is pretty good, mighty fine, as old Berg would say. I think loosening it up a little bit like I did has helped. So I don't know what it is. Sometimes I accidentally pack too tight, and I don't know why I do that. Guess I'm afraid of like on the Charlight, you know how it lifts up sometimes. I'm afraid that it's gonna all start lifting up out of the bowl, even though I know from past experience and everything that don't happen. But I don't know why. It's just kind of weird that way. So, Mr. Dirk with Pipes and Cigars, I just like to say, how's your day going? And I hope it's going fantastic for you. And I thank you for joining me this afternoon. By the way, is your title a clever name, or is it really a business? You know, do you run a brick and mortar? Because I think either which way, that's one cool name. It's catchy. Of course, I think everybody's title and name is catchy. Always think other people's stuff is better than mine, anyways. I'm just that type of person, you know. I don't know if it's the humbleness portion in me or what. I'm still getting like ahead. At first, when I first lit this up for the very first time, if you ain't checked that video out, go check it out. But you might laugh. But I'm still getting that heavy tea flavor with each chooch, and it kind of leaves a long-lasting, kind of lingering taste on your taste buds. It's not sweet, not bitter. Man, it's going well. Thanks for asking. And I just made the man up. Oh, the name up. Well, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, either which way, that is a cool title. It's catchy. People will remember that name. And it's pretty cool. When it appears that because I've neglected to tamp down the ash. Yep. I knew that. I'm dyslexic, so I figured it was either name or man, one of the two. Nope, I couldn't even save her. Sometimes I can tap it down, a bowl, and sometimes the ember will still be in there, and it's good. But that's all right, though. It's always good to smoke anything that is of a, you know, from my experience, and also from what I've learned from watching other YTPC members. It's always good when you're smoking anything that's a non-aromatic to smoke it slow. Sometimes put the pipe down, give it a rest. You know, give the bowl time to cool down sometimes. Even though this is really warm, I'm starting, since I've been smoking, started smoking on these blends that Corey the Corncob Piper had gifted me a while back. I've been trying to train myself to learn how to smoke. Thanks, man. What are you tamping with? It looks awesome. I do not know the wood that it's made with. I'm thinking it's either oak or some kind of mahogany. I could be wrong. Or maybe mahogany is a stain. I can't remember which, to be quite honest with you. I'm dyslexic. But if you ain't checked out a channel called Bremen Pipe Smoker, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but my good friend Mark, he makes these. He even has a video on his channel where he shows the video of him making these, and he was the first person to ever send me a Yabo. Very first person. And it was like a few months, it was either 2-3 weeks before Christmas or 2-3 weeks after Christmas. I cannot remember which. But I came home from work one night when I lived in Kentucky, and I'd seen this box sitting there. I wasn't even going to look at the box because I figured who would send me a package. But I had this thing in the back of my mind that says, you should check it anyways. So I looked on the box, and sure enough, said my name and my address, and I couldn't quite make it out. I didn't really read it thoroughly because I was just shocked somehow I got a package. I wasn't expecting nothing. I was broke at the time and I couldn't afford hardly a lot. And I'm like, well, who sent me a package? I mean, I had my dear sweet friend that you might hear me talk about off and on. She had sent me a few things, but she never told me she was sending me nothing because she always warns me so I know what to look out for. But anyways, I take that box up there, and see, I remember I'd asked him priorly, if what he would charge for one of these because I wanted, I wanted to support my fellow YTPC members. And there's another person out there. I'm still going to order something off of his site. I just ain't had the time or the money to do so, and everything. There's no YTPC member I like to support his business, but I'll talk about him in a little bit. But anyways, he sent me an email back asking me for my address or asked me for my email. Then in an email he asked me for my address and everything, and said that he don't make money off of them. He don't make them to make money. He makes them just to give the friends because he likes making them. It's like his hobby, one of his little side hobbies, And so I was like, okay, well, I wasn't expecting nothing, I just figured it was just, a general friendly gesture, And I mean, I figured he was going to send me one eventually, but I figured I would get a warning saying, hey, I'm shipping this to you, so be on the lookout. That's what I was thinking, what I was waiting on. There wasn't none of that. None of that whatsoever. And I'm just like, wow, And along with that package, not only did he send me this, but he sent me what I call, because I call this the greatest tamper in the world, because it was my first Diablo, the first thing that any YTPC member had ever sent me, and I was like, oh my god, my heart's sinking, and filled with joy because, well, not sinking, but lifted because someone across seas was thinking about little old me, a no-name nobody from nowhere, you know what I mean? And I ain't nothing special. I'm just an average guy that works hard, pays his taxes just like anybody else. But someone thought real kindly of me to send me something like this. When I seen this, I knew what it was about. But then I look and they're in this box. I'm sitting there thinking, is this really what I think it is? Is it really? And out from that box, I pulled out the greatest pipe in the world. And that was this London, England pipe. My first actual briar pipe was gifted to me by Mark. And this pipe will forever, ever be the best pipe in the world. The only thing that would beat this pipe would be if my mother or my sister gifted me a pipe. And then this would fall into second ranking, but it will never lose its ranking of being the best pipe in the world. I mean, because he sent it to me and thought well enough of me to send me my very first briar pipe. I mean, and in the video, if you go back to my very first Yabo video and watch it, like I said in that video, what more of a way to say, hey, you're welcome and welcome to the community and the YTPC than sending somebody their very first briar pipe. And look at this. I don't know if you would call this a pot, squash tomato, whatever, but I like it. It's beautiful. It has some beautiful grain. I mean, there's a few flaws in it, but I don't care. It's beautiful. As you can tell, I put a lot of chuchin miles on this. Got a good cake built up in it and everything else. But I would not smoke out of this pipe until I had a softy bit, because I did not want to ruin anything about this pipe whatsoever. And it's a filtered pipe, and I'll show you that. I need to change the filter out of it. But here it is. And look at that. Well, I don't know if you can see down in there, but it's perfect drilling. There ain't nothing wrong with this. It's absolutely beautiful, immaculate, and amazing. And then along with the Yabo, he sent me a little bit of candy and some little Christmas, little cheered up stuff, as well as the bro note. And the bro note was short and sweet, but the what he had put into the package was awesome. And along with the package, one thing else I was not, under any circumstances, was not expecting. He sent me 2 blends of tobacco. Well, 1 blend and then a 10. Well, it's really not a blend. He sent me some Virginia cigar wrap leaf, and I chooch on that once in a while. And then he sent me a 10 of Leonardo by Savinelli. And I thought that blend was so awesome because I got like a cranberry kind of taste. It was the smell of Christmas. Everything that your taste buds would tell you that it's Christmas time. Every smell that you would smell that would tell you, hey, it's Christmas time. That's what this blend of tobacco had in it, and what it gave to me. And I kept the 10. It's a beautiful 10, and I will treasure that 10 because somebody thought I was worth something enough to send. And in return, I don't know if you watched my painting videos, but in one of my painting videos, you'll see the beginning stages of a painting that I'm going to do for the man. I'm going to try to incorporate everything that I've seen in his videos thus far in that painting somehow, some way, somehow. And I'm going to ship it to him, as well as maybe a few other things. But it filled my heart with great joy. It inspired me. And it was beautiful. So if you get a chance, check out the Brimming Pipe Smoker. Excuse me, folks, while I take a chance to light up and take a sip of coffee. It's really good. Still get that frontal tea taste. I don't think I'm going to try to retrohale this again. But in the retrohale, you still get the same taste that you get from, from just a normal, puff. And it tastes just like it smells. Figured I'd make a few videos before tonight. Even though I'm working a very short shift, but the things I do at work now, it consumes an entire shift, and it's not boring, and I like it. It's a job. And every job, you're doing good. I like to thank all the fans out there. I'll tell you a story of what got me to purchase this little guy right here. If you ain't never checked out Cobbett of the Shire, go check him out. That guy was my inspiration for buying this little pipe right here. He's also a great YTPC member. He's a very generous man. He tells stories about his life, or he reads his poems, or he reads stories he's wrote. You can learn a lot from him if you get a chance. Check out his video. Check out his channel, sub to him. He's a good guy. If you're a beginning pipe smoker, intermediate pipe smoker, he's a good one to watch. And if you got any questions, he always replies back to a comment or a question. Always. And also, I don't know if there's anybody out there in the YTPC that has given me a shout out. But if there is, I'd like to humbly say thank you. Though I don't deserve it, but I humbly say thank you. Because I noticed here in the recent, I've gotten more subscribers, more subs, more people that decided that they was going to be fans and follow me. And I don't know if anybody's giving me any shout outs or not, but if there is, I humbly thank you. I humbly thank each and every single one of you. And also, just like last time, I want to take y'all along with me for the ride on this. And that's why I'm letting this video go as long as I have. I do like this. I'm more of a aromatic guy. But I think blends like this I could semi get into. I don't think I could handle like your straight Burleys or straight Virginias, or even a straight Kentucky for that matter. But blended nicely together and aged like this, I think I could. Well, I don't know if I'm spent or not in this bowl. I think it's a little spent. That, or I'm kind of down to what they call the fiddle faddle. Yep, I think I smoked her all the way down. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it burns to a white ash. It burns great, burns smooth. I say if you're, I don't know if I recommend it for a beginner or not, but if you're a beginner and you already know what you like, and if you like non-aromatics versus the aromatics, I recommend Two Daughters Cock Strong for you. If you like a tea flavor, like a Louisiana kind of tea flavor, like I like, it kind of has a bit of that. It kind of comes and goes, leaves a decent taste upon your tongue, and I think it's good with just about any type of beverage. Well, folks, I done hit the half-hour mark, or at least close to it. So I'm going to get off here now, and I'd like to say thank you for joining me and my experience with two daughters, cock strong, and another pipe. And as always, wherever you're at in this world, may you be blessed. Thank you to all the fans. Thank you to all the future fans. Thank you to the lurkers. Thank you for hitting like, share, and subscribe. And wherever you're at in this world, may you be blessed. Till next time.